Hey guys, and welcome back to Mondays with me, Dr. Crystal. If you're new here, I'm a primary care sports medicine physician, so I often get questions from people who are interested in going into sports medicine as a career. One of the most common questions I get is, how do I choose a primary specialty? I want to be a primary care sports medicine doc. What is the best way to get there? Today, that's what we're going to talk about. Let's go. So you want to be a sports medicine doc. How are we going to get there? As of now, in order to go into primary care sports medicine, you have to do a residency in a primary specialty. Sports medicine is a fellowship, but you need a primary specialty first. There are 6 ways to get there. 6 residencies that you can choose from to get yourself into a primary care sports medicine fellowship. Those specialties are family medicine, which is what I did, internal medicine, pediatrics, emergency medicine, Med-Peds, which is internal medicine and pediatrics, or PM&R. So how do we choose? In my opinion, there are 4 things to take into consideration. So we are going to go through those 1 through 4 right now. Number 1, what specialty appeals to you most? What are you most interested in learning about? Even if you go into residency knowing you want to be a sports medicine doctor, you're going to spend 3 to 4 years training in your primary specialty. Although it goes fast, that is not an insignificant amount of time. We're talking 3 to 4 years. For most people, it's in their mid-20s. So this is a big chunk of time. You want to be learning something that you're actually interested in, or it's going to just be painful the whole time. For me, family medicine was most interesting. You get to learn to take care of people from little babies to really old people and everywhere in between. You get to learn to deliver babies and kind of do it all, and I thought that was really cool. Number 2, and this is along the same lines, but what specialty would you be happy practicing if you weren't able to do 100% sports medicine? A lot of people come out of fellowship and they want to do pure 100% sports medicine. Depending on if you're set on a location and even just what jobs are available at the moment, you might not be able to find just 100% sports medicine job right out of fellowship. Oftentimes when people start out, they'll do a percentage of time in their primary specialty and then a percentage of time in sports medicine. So I know a lot of people whose jobs are set up like this. With that being said, you want to have a primary specialty that you don't mind working in. If you end up working any amount of time in your primary specialty and you don't like it, no matter how small that period of time is, it's going to make you miserable. So you might as well have something that you like that you're trained in. Number 3, chances of finding a fellowship that you like and matching into a fellowship spot. Not all sports medicine fellowships accept applicants from all the specialties that we talked about in the beginning. For example, there are far more spots for family medicine applicants than there are for applicants from other specialties. If you don't have a problem applying broadly, this technically makes it easier to match. That being said, I would never recommend somebody go into a specialty they weren't actually interested in just with the hopes of getting into a fellowship. I'll put the link down below with stats from this year's sports medicine match if you're actually interested. My 4th and final consideration is to think about your plans for after fellowship. If your goal is to work purely in a sports medicine clinic, it doesn't much matter your background because you're going to learn the stuff you need to learn in fellowship. For me, as a team physician, I think that my family medicine background is super valuable because I am the primary care doctor for my team. It's not just injuries, it's not just game coverage. I'm taking care of them for all of their medical needs. I honestly think it would be really hard without my family medicine background. So which specialty is best? What should you do when you're trying to go into sports medicine? I honestly think in the end, it has to be a personal and individualized decision. I don't think any of the specialties necessarily prepare you better for fellowship. They just give you different strengths going in. For example, my wife Heather is family medicine. Her 3 co-fellows in sports medicine fellowship were PM&R. Going into fellowship, they had a little bit stronger background in MSK stuff. They had more experience with the ultrasound, but when they were doing their coverage and taking care of teams, she knew a lot more about the primary care aspect and treating those kinds of things. No matter which specialty you come from, you're gonna have gaps to fill. And that's what sports medicine fellowship is for. It's to help you fill those gaps and become the best all-around sports medicine doc you can be. If you're in med school right now or planning to go to med school, my best recommendation is to explore the different specialties throughout your rotations, do electives if you have to, and pick the specialty that seems like the best fit for you. And those are my tips. Was that helpful? I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. And that's on sports medicine.